this slide points out the fact that both aspects of the test, both CTC analysis as well as ctDNA analysis, are both important to clinicians. And the highest ranked one was CTC, single-cell genomic alteration, specifically thinking about ERBB2 amplification. Again, dive into a little bit about the way the test is done. The CTCs are isolated and are first tested for protein expression, and then are looked at for their genomic expression as well, and alterations that can be seen. And one of the most important ones is ERBB2 amplification. Now, you might think, if you're not experienced with this test, that what's the difference between ERBB2 amplification and finding ERBB2 amplification, or HER2 as is otherwise known, in ctDNA? And it's important to realize that in many cases, the single cell analysis is more sensitive for an alteration like ERBB2 amplification than the way that the standard ctDNA tests are done. And it's not just in DefineMBC, it's standard in the way that they're done. So finding ERBB2 amplification as a single cell alteration in a CTC was ranked most highly. And I think that makes sense, because that is clearly actionable, right? If you know that there's cells that are circulating coming from metastatic tumor that have ERBB2 amplification, we have drugs there that can use that. And then to complement that, the second most valuable piece was felt to be the ctDNA genomic alterations, which we're all familiar with, including ERBB2 amplification and occasionally mutation, and other mutations like ESR1, which is important, and PIK3CA, which we make treatment decisions on. Then the third and fourth most important thing here was looking at the protein expression on CTCs, and both HER2 and ER, which are both tested in DefineMBC, for whether there is absence or presence of protein expression on the cell using immunofluorescence staining. Both of those were felt to be important as well. And that also makes sense, because you're using a liquid biopsy in the same analogous way to a tissue biopsy, and you want to know the protein expression as well as the genomic alteration. So you're seeing the combined power of having this type of test, and this is what the respondents felt was the most powerful.